want. And this one will be a little bit shorter because you got more of this shoulder showing. But you don't want it to be out here like this. This brisket hair right here does not belong over here. It belongs inside the leg. And that's the way we're going to have it. Anyway, smooth that down. I'll get my stapler and end up. Good thing I checked the staples on there. I know I used a bunch on that elk the other day, and we're going to use some on this guy here. I stapled the heck out of them. Then what I do is I pound those staples down with a hammer. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this around here so you can see it. We're going to go ahead and start doing this brisket right here. Just go ahead and get it centered up on your brisket. And then you put a staple in there. And that'll hold that right there. And then what you do is you just work yourself around here. Just keep going all the way around. You know, I want to make sure that that leg looks right. So I'm going to pull that hide. I want everything to look good. This is one of those things you do enough, you'll end up getting the hang of it pretty quick. But I got the brisket coming down the middle here. I want to move it over a little. Okay. Now, I've got this. Brisket looks good. Shoulder area looks good. I'm going to go ahead and start. I can't staple with my left hand, so I'm going to go ahead and staple with my right. I'll put a lot of staples in. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to turn this way a little bit. And you can see that. Pull that hide down here. You use that stretcher. You don't want to get it too tight because you don't want that to run. You want to leave a little bit of hair, a little bit of not real tight, but just a good fit. And then we just bring our stapler and come all the way up the side here. All the way around the back. I'll turn that over and we'll do the back. I got this little bit to do here. Now we got that on there. What we want to do is get rid of this extra skin. So I'll just cut it off. Don't hit your staples with your knife because that'll take the edge right off a knife. A lot of times when you're working with animals, always cut from the bottom of the skin. Cut the bottom out. That way you don't end up with a lot of extra loose hair laying around. Stuff like that. Hopefully these videos will help you out and can end up saving you some time, maybe a useful tip here and there. And See what I got is I pulled this down here. I got enough for some wrinkles here in the back. I can feel those wrinkles under there. What I'll do is when I get ready to pin this up, I use straight pins with my brad pusher. I'll put them right here and go all the way down into the shoulder here under the armpit, and that'll hold those in place, and then I'll run them up here, this muscle right here. You get that whole held in there. A lot of people use foam and whatever, you know, but I don't. I've just never used foam I don't want my deer to be that muscular, like it's on steroids. I just don't think that looks right. They look good the way they are. You don't have to embellish them. And that'll look really nice. Okay. What we're going to do now is the mouth. And if you find any extra stuff hanging here, just go ahead and what I do is I put that top lip over, and don't forget what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more glue in here. That way, like I say, it gets rubbed off of there. It gets on the hide, rubs off, gets them in the nose, in the mouth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this top lip over, get it centered up. Remember, this guy had a hair lip. Okay, I'm going to get some pins here and show you what I'm going to do. I've got my pins right here. Okay. At least I got some. Okay. Now, I'm taking, if I got anything extras on the lips, well, this is the time to get rid of it. You don't need all this extra junk on here. About a ½ an inch of lip or something. Get rid of this other stuff too. That's like this junk right here. Got some things hanging down that didn't come off with the flesh, and then we can get rid of that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the corner. I've got the nose on here. I'm going to go down to the corner here. I'm going to stuff that corner in there. Then I'm going to work my way up like so. I'm going to stuff that in there. And then I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I've got the nose on here fairly straight. I'm going to go down to the corner. I want to get the corner of the mouth in there. Remember, we made that slot extra large so you can do that. We're going to get the lip tucked up. Just keep tucking it. And now, when you do that, you end up pulling it away a little bit. Now, I've got that top lip tucked up in there. You can see that. How I did that. You just tuck it in. Push it in your slot. You've got glue in there. It'll dry and it'll hold it. I got the corner tucked. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up. I want to get this centered up on his chin right here. Push that in a little bit. What I do at this time, I make sure that chin is centered up. I'll go ahead and I'll put a needle in there. What I do is I rebuild that lip later, that bottom lip sticking out with the epoxy scope. Okay, you see this stuff here? You got a little bit extra. That's going to go down, that's going to be just like so. Go down to the corner, start stuffing that lip in there, just like so. You see how that's going in? There you go. It popped right in there. And just run that right down there. Now look at that. That's a nice mouth right there. And what you can do, and I'll come back later and I'll show you that I got enough glue on there. I shouldn't have to pin that, and I may not, but I would